О, а здесь еще круче. Блин, прикольно.
Hello. Is it possible to make a haircut today?
Do you have an appointment or?
No, I don't have. That's why I'm here. Just asking. Right now? 65. Okay. Just one more thing. I'm from Twitch. And is it possible to stream the process? Just it's like a live recording, or
Sure.
yeah, if you don't mind.
Yeah, if you send me a copy of it.
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Все, ребят. Это третий этаж, нормально. It's cool.
Excuse me?
Something.
Yeah, water please. Thank you. Have to put on, yeah.
Мы пришли по адресу.
Can I leave it somewhere?
Over here, you can just put it right
Okay.
in. You can actually just sit your bag right here.
Thank you.
So where are you from again?
From Russia.
Okay. Are
And
you
we have,
streaming on
like-
purpose?
Yeah, on purpose we have 4,000 viewers. You can
Okay.
say hi. What's your name?
Brian?
Ryan, nice to meet you, Dennis.
And who are you with, Dennis?
Huh?
And who are you with?
With?
What are you streaming for?
It's like, you know, a Twitch company. It's live streaming, game streaming, live streaming, everything.
Okay.
So it's just like in real live streaming from San Francisco.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. We're gonna be right here, so have
Okay.
a seat. So then you probably have quite a following then, it sounds like.
Yup. There are a lot of people.
How long have you been doing this?
For 6 years.
Awesome.
First as a hobby, but then I became
That's
a
how they
full-time
usually.
streamer.
That's usually how they start, right? Start as a hobby and then you
Exactly.
actually prop it there if you
You
want.
have
or
to
whatever
spend a
you
lot
need
of time. And we'll just place it here then.
See if you can. I don't know if it's easier to prop up against there.
Yeah.
Okay. I actually have a.
Oh, so you have everything for for streaming.
Or for watching, right?
Thank you. That's great.
So then, what are we gonna do for you haircut wise today?
I usually do like an undercut, so
Okay.
more on the sides, but not that you can see the
You
skin.
don't go to the skin. Okay.
Yeah, so it's like semi
Okay.
haircut.
All right, and then nice fade.
Yeah, nice
Okay.
fade would be great.
And then not you don't have a lot for an undercut here, but you want a little length on the top. Or do you want much off the top at all?
I would leave something on the cut, but like not much,
Okay.
so I can still do something with it here.
So you mean don't take much off the top?
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha. All right. I might do. Okay, we'll do some clipper work, and then I'll do some scissor over comb. The clipper work will get us kind of a good even all over. I usually do clipper over comb that goes out a little bit softer, but
Well, I trust you.
yeah.
You're-
And then we'll shampoo you, and then I'll kind of do the finishing touches off the top. So.
Cool.
All right.
Sounds good.
All right. That's your water. How long are you going to be in the States here?
Actually, I wanted to leave on Monday because we had this exhibition. It's called TwitchCon. TwitchCon.
TwitchCon?
It was in LA.
Okay.
So where like every media person who does this thing together. But then I thought, why shouldn't I stay for a bit more? There's
You're
another.
already here, right?
Yeah, I'm already here. I came here by car, so I'll stay here till Monday. And then I'll be back to LA.
And go back where?
LA.
Okay, so that's kind of where you're basing from for the most part?
Yeah, there is another exhibition which is called BlizzCon.
Okay.
So there's a well-known company, Blizzard, who
Okay.
does like cool games like World of Warcraft, probably you've heard of.
Okay.
So they do this on a yearly basis.
Okay.
It's gonna be huge, and there's gonna be a lot of gamers around the world.
It sounds fun. Especially, I mean, since you're already here, you might as well kind of take advantage of being here, right?
Yeah.
Either here or in LA. Yeah, totally makes sense. All right.
Chat is crazy. Всем привет, да, мы делаем стрижку в прямом эфире.
So I watch a few of those, and I'm always a lot of in my industry they do live feeds on haircuts and stuff, and it's always interesting. There's usually somebody that is kind of managing the feed and answering questions and stuff, probably like what you were just doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just find it impressive that you're multitasking, right? You're doing this, and then you're kind of watching that small thread there.
In real life, streaming is quite easy compared to home studio because you have to adjust lighting, you have this green screen.
Oh, if you're doing it in the studio?
Probably you have cosplay if you play like games, and you have production like design, the screen. So that's really a lot. That's what I love here. It's a lot of creativity.
For that?
Yep.
Okay. As opposed to like this what we're doing now.
You can see those are messages like people
Everybody's kind of they're saying, what is he doing to your hair?
Probably.
Or they're saying, you should wear those clips in your hair more often.
I guess you know how that works.
No, it just because most guys usually don't put clips in their hair like this, so that's all.
Probably they're gonna make a lot of screenshots and then those memes.
Oh yeah.
Spread around the internet.
They can be fun or they can be really mean about it, right?
Exactly. But you better not react. If you say like you're upset about it, people they're gonna do this. They're gonna keep doing this.
I think that's what we're learning about a lot of people that on how you respond.
Yeah.
If you respond kind of in a playful way.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's the way you should respond.
It's when you get angry, then then it really kind of
They're gonna troll you.
Works against you.
Чат, но вы на самом деле следите, чтобы на носы не побрили. Как, кстати, интернет нормально? Если более-менее хорошо видно, слышно, поставьте единички. Ruined. Ruined, saved, ruined. Okay, they hear us. There's a creative section on Twitch where people play music, they sing, they draw, they do like all kind of creative stuff. And when Twitch opened this section, there was a guy named Bob Ross.
Okay.
He's like a famous American artist, a radio host, and he also paints. Or how you call this? Like pictures.
Draws.
Sorry. I'm sorry about that.
That's fine.
And that was kind of a celebration. He's dead already, unfortunately.
Was he the big curly hair guy?
Yeah.
He's got quite a new following again, doesn't he?
Yeah. So Twitch, what they did, they put those recordings of his shows when he was drawing, and there were like hundreds of people, thousands of people watching him. And when he was drawing, the chat responded like, okay, now he draws a cabin or another friendly tree. Okay, he ruined it, and then something happens and he draws it's a very cool picture, and everyone says like, okay, he saved it. So
It's kind of interesting on how, because that was in the 70s or something.
Yeah.
And how for the last couple of years it's kind of brought it back. I think there's a lot of people are trying to do more graphic things, more artistic kind of things.
Chat that cool storyboard. So we are in downtown right now.
Yes. So this is near Union Square, and forward is the financial district. So we're kind of in the middle of Union Square and Financial District.
Would you recommend us to go somewhere like we've been to San Francisco Port?
San Francisco where?
Port. Oh, or how do you call
Port of
this?
San Francisco?
Yeah, the Port of San Francisco.
Like the ferry building?
Yeah. Then the Chinatown.
Chinatown, just
Yeah,
one block from there.
And I also want to see the Golden Gate Bridge, but it's pretty far from here. I guess 20 minutes maybe by car.
Yeah.
Like anything that you can show your viewers, like maybe some cool places that you can recommend.
So when you finish here, if you just to the street and go to the left, the Chinatown Gate is right there.
Yeah, I've been there.
You've been there, okay. And then the ferry building is great, which is the Port of San Francisco. It's kind of an indoor mall.
Yeah, I've seen that as well. I've noticed that there are like not very, not a lot of people here on the streets. That is strange because it's Saturday, it's good
I
weather.
don't know if it's just we're kind of in between the tourist season right now, but it is a little quiet right now.
But it's good.
Yeah, it's really ebbs and flows. It changes a lot depending on tourists and what's going on.
Chat says that you look like Dmitry Malikov. It's one of the famous singers, artists from Moscow, from Russia.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, I've not heard a comparison for that yet. I usually get Patrick Swayze.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah, and like sometimes you just don't see what people are referring. You know what I mean? You just don't see it yourself. But I get that one a lot. Or have. I used to back in the '90s. I used to get compared to the lead from Aha.
Uh-huh. Do you do music? You play
Do I
music?
play music? No.
So I would imagine you standing with a guitar, probably.
You know, when I was young,
Rock band.
I took guitar lessons and I didn't have the dedication to practice.
The same for me.
So-
I bought a guitar, but like it was like 2 weeks and then I abandoned it.
Oh, we're similar. It's like I'd learned just enough and then I'd been bored, right? And then my parents would want me to play for family and guests, and I had never practiced, so I embarrassed myself. So then I hated it because I was always being embarrassed because I wasn't prepared to play. But now that I'm older, I wish I would have stuck with it. Because I think it's such a, I don't know, just sort of like the creativity and the artistry and just kind of the acousticness, I guess, of the guitar. I really enjoy that.
Probably you still have time to.
Yeah, you're never too
Spare
old.
time.
And with YouTube and all of this stuff, you can learn anything you want.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, I wouldn't expect like 6 years ago that I would do this for life.
And you said you just kind of started as a hobby, right?
Started as a hobby, so I just wanted to show the games from my childhood that I was not able to finish or my PC wasn't able to handle.
Right.
The one I loved, and yeah, now I'm streaming everything.
It's interesting because it's about that time frame that you're talking about when people started just kind of filming and documenting almost
Their
everything
lives,
about their
yeah.
lives. Yeah.
Yeah, for one side it's crazy because you want privacy. I mean, there are a lot of, you know, how do you say, objections, right?
I was at a concert a few weeks ago. You know, Talk to Gassy, they stopped one of their songs in the middle and asked everybody to put their phones away so that they actually would just be a part of the experience. Because a lot of people will go to a concert and they'll film it, but they're really not present.
It's like you
So
go,
like, why go if you're not going to enjoy it live, right?
it's similar when you go with your friends, when you go out with your friends,
Right.
and you sit by the table and everyone messaging.
Yeah, nobody's present, right?
I heard in New York there's a place, a restaurant, where by the entrance you put your phone, somewhere.
Yeah, I've heard. I think there was just a news story on you recently where they, a friend of mine went to a wedding recently, and it was a no phones wedding. They gave them all
That's nice.
They gave them all kind of a lockbox, so they put their phones in this box. They could carry it with them, but they couldn't unlock it to get access to their phones. They had to go and ask for permission later. So.
Yeah, sorry.
People just want you to be as present as possible.
So you live here in San Francisco?
Yeah, I live pretty central in the city center right now. So walk to and from work, like that.
Is San Francisco expensive in terms of like compared to other cities?
I don't know if it compares to other cities. I think it's getting pretty expensive everywhere these days. But we are one of the top, probably one of the most expensive cities right now. A friend that was just he was hiring a human resource director, and they had to advertise for over a year, and they had to kind of raise the salary because people, what they were wanting to pay, people couldn't afford to live here on that salary. So, yeah. But I think it's happening everywhere. I don't think it's just in the here, but I think in New York and London and some of the bigger ones, but reading reports, especially when you're kind of following, the cost of what an apartment here costs in comparison to someplace else. I think it's happening all over. It's all proportional to salaries and wages.
I was actually a bit surprised because Moscow is one of the most expensive cities. And when I heard that to live here, probably in downtown, costs for one room around 5,000, 6,000, maybe more.
Here, it can be, yes.
Pretty much.
Yeah, you have people in our tech industry that are doing really well, but they say that even doing well, they can't pay to work it. So it's kind of interesting. It's a good salary.
You cut very small.
I can trim your beard.
Yeah. As I previously told you, I wanted to go back to my home city on Monday, and I didn't take anything with me, like spare clothes or any gadgets.
You're traveling light.
Yeah. Чат, привет, если вы только пришли к нам. I'm sorry for the Russian language.
Right. We touch Chinese all the time. I only listen. I only get what everyone says. So it's alright.
Мы приехали в Сан-Франциско, штат Калифорния. Решили сегодня постримить Ирланд. Я, к сожалению, не поехал на рыбалку. Ребята уехали в 4 утра. Я себя плохо чувствовал, у меня была температура. Я принял терапию и решил пройтись, выспаться, пройтись по Сан-Франциско. Заодно зайти в барбершоп. Вот, собственно, сейчас мы здесь общаемся с парикмахером. Я надеюсь, что вам слышно, о чем мы беседуем. Кто-то в чате может переводить, если вы понимаете английский язык. Думайте, куда мы пойдем потом. Стрим на этом явно не закончится. Если меня слышно, единички поставьте. Заранее спасибо. So, you said your name is? Brian. Да, парикмахера зовут Брайан. Меня Денис, если что, будем знакомы. Мы вообще игры стримим в основном. У нас канал называется LiveStream, но тут такое дело. Is this an old place? I mean, the barber shop.
So I think that the build, Alan has had the space for about 4 years now.
4 years.
But the building, I think, has been around for a while, and I think it's had, for the most part, it's always had hair salons or some kind of a service interest in it, like nail salon, hair salon kind of thing. So,
There are a lot of barber shops. Do you call this place a barber shop or hairdressers?
it's just more of a hair salon.
Hair salon.
A barber shop would be a place you go that would just primarily just do
It's cheaper. Or
sometimes. Yeah.
They
but here are a lot. Like you got 3 or 4 or 7 hair salons.
In this building,
Yeah.
there are probably 5, 6 floors of them. San Francisco is pretty concentrated with hair salons.
I was searching for one today, but it's mostly like Chinese people, I think.
It can be, yeah, depending on where you're going. Yeah.
Probably I was not in downtown.
I think it depends on where you're going. Down in this area, not a lot of. You're going to get a variety of things. If you were in Chinatown or certain neighborhoods of the city, you're going to find a certain kind of concentration of different types of salons. Yeah. So that might be where you're finding more Chinese type of salons, depending on the part of town you're in.
oh, it's like yeah, I was gonna
Dennis.
but then I was like,
Alright, we're gonna shampoo you.
so I'm just trying to get this.
Я как профессор из Half-Life. So should I go somewhere?
Yeah, we're gonna go. Actually, let me see. I just need to show you around here. Do you need to bring that? Bring where you?
No, I'm fine.
Okay.
Уха отрежет. Да нет, не думаю. Пора мыть голову. Сейчас мы пойдем мыть голову, друзья.
I mixed this with
It's like very small. I was like, mix it to make it more wobbly.
it's not the town. I added some more into it.
Oh, okay.
So it's a lot smokier.
Yeah, so for this really, I just wanted to do it a little bit like less smoky.
You want a bit more fruit-ish.
Бандиты, вы все еще здесь?
They think that we have finished already. I guess we have not finished.
Not yet, because you're going to take a look at the top for you. And even though you want a little bit of an undercut, I want to make sure that it kind of blends
Yeah.
the two together. Yeah.
Is there any like popular haircut style in San Francisco?
Kind of what you're talking about. It's really kind of a more of a barber style, where it's really just really tight and trim, but it can be longer, shorter, whatever. But that's kind of the style for men's cuts right now. It's really popular, really short and tight, and then the length on the top can be whatever length you want it to do. It's kind of what's fun with men's hair right now is everything goes. We're not really locked into any kind of style right now. But a lot of guys have been hitting, you talk to barbershop, a lot of guys are spending a lot more time on their appearance, I think.
I think undercut comes from like.
So it's probably more in the 40s. Yeah. It really kind of hit and became popular. There was a show on HBO a few years back called Boardwalk Empire.
Yeah.
So when that show hit, that undercut really became pretty popular. So it was a kind of a way to have a kind of a groomed barber style, but kind of have fun with the length on the top.
Do like people who work at the office do this kind of haircut, or is it more?
They're a little more conservative.
Yeah.
And actually, to be honest, even though we're going pretty short here, an undercut really is more when you've got a pretty long top and it kind of hangs over the top a lot more. That's a true undercut. Because it really means that this is cut underneath whatever's going to lay over the top of it. But I like to do haircuts on guys that are going to be versatile, that you can either do conservative, or like when you came in, you kind of had it kind of ruffled and messed up. I prefer that you guys have a variety of ways that you can wear your hair. More of the business professional types kind of always wear their hair the same. They don't really change it up because that's their kind of their corporate image. I've got a couple of clients and friends that are attorneys and real estate agents, and they say that if you have your image on a website or a business card, that you need to maintain that image to people, because if you don't maintain that image when people meet you, then you're not as trustworthy. So it's very interesting on how that all plays out.
Same with government figures, I guess.
Similar news commentators, people on the news, men and women, their hairstyles very rarely change much. Because you really, and if they do change, people talk about it a lot.
Society works.
Yeah, it's very interesting, right? Well, we need something to talk about.
It's crazy.
It's not the weather, it's like, oh my gosh.
People watching someone's
Look what you're doing here.
It's
You're streaming what we're doing here.
it's 5,000 people watching and having a haircut.
Kind of interesting.
You guys are crazy.
What time is it? Are most of these people in Russia or throughout the world?
I guess it's check something.
Because some of that depends on what time it's being streamed, right?
It's midnight.
Oh, so they're bored, right?
They're bored. It's Saturday, so still a lot of people watching. Чат, я сейчас вас запущу на втором телефоне, потому что отсюда я вас плохо вижу. И чат летит так быстро, что никто не узнает, что в Сан-Франциско. Это в городе стиля диско.
Do you find that your viewers kind of ebb and flow, kind of up and down based on kind of what time you're broadcasting?
Yeah, they do. They are used for evening streams. So when they come from work,
Right. Well, that's the interesting thing about social media, right? Either you get to Instagram or anything like that, your best time to post and upload is based on when people have a downtime. Like it could be right at the end of their work day.
yeah, exactly.
Not when they're home for dinner.
But this is like live streaming, which is unique. You know, if on YouTube, like you have time to how do you say montage the video? Just edit the video.
Right.
Yeah, to cut all the loose ends
Right.
here, all like fails in your life, which is interesting. So
Same with Facebook is doing a lot more live streaming now too. Facebook Live. So a lot of people are starting to live stream.
we have an ability to save clips, and this is your colleague, I guess. When we were there,
Oh,
he
that
was
was
like,
Alan?
"What the hell is going on?"
He was coming over
Yeah.
looking to like see what you're doing.
It's crazy. Chat, we won't see.
What's going on? Well, and a lot of times you can probably find too that you probably even notice this too. Like even though you ask for my permission, a lot of times you really have to ask for other people's permission that are going to be in the shot as well. Sometimes it's about a privacy thing,
Sure.
just for the future. Because a lot of times people may not want to be.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I think we're pretty good here.
I bet you have like tons of more.
Yeah, I'm usually asking when I go to taxi or when I go to the shop.
Yeah. That's a lot of times people will have their faces kind of blurred out because of like,
Yeah, I do understand.
for example, like
Have you seen the Sphere movie? The Sphere.
Sphere?
The Sphere.
Sphere.
About a social network. The actress. You know Hermione Granger?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. I haven't seen the movie yet. Yeah.
So it's about privacy and it's about
Emma
like
Watson?
Yeah, Emma Watson. Exactly. Чат, если у вас какие-то вопросы есть, я могу задать. Ну, интересные вопросы. Ага, конечно. Спрашивает, просто заходит и снимает. Ну ладно, не полите. Под канат подстриг. Ну, отчасти, да. Побрей бородку, побрей. Его зовут Брайан, он живет в Сан-Франциско. Что за татуировка? I don't know if this is like question. What is the tattoo you've got on your
Oh, it says love.
love?
It's Mandarin. It says love.
Означает любовь. Сколько получает он? Не знаю, я не вдуть, поэтому предпочитаю не задавать такие вопросы, это некорректно. Сколько ему лет тоже, наверное, не стоит. Кто Брайана стрижет? Интересный вопрос. People are asking when you need to have a haircut, where do you go? Do you ask your colleagues?
Ellen does. Yeah, but I'm growing my hair out. That's why it looks like a mess. Because I didn't want the same haircut that everybody else has.
Okay.
So I'm kind of growing it out, so it's kind of a mess right now. But Alan has been
Он сейчас
cutting it.
отращивает волосы, потому что не хочет ходить с такой же прической, как у всех, только стрижен. Вот, и, собственно, когда ему нужно сделать прическу, он обращается как раз к чуваку, который проходил мимо. Клип, с чьим участием вы сделали. Did you have like any maybe celebrities here?
I don't. Myself, no.
Каких-то знаменитостей не было, нет? People say that you look like Kurt Russell.
For Russell?
Yeah.
Okay.
Especially with this
It's probably the hair.
kind of hair.
I bet that's going to happen a lot now that it's longer. I'm probably going to get a reference to a lot of people that have longer hair, probably. So yeah.
Do you hate this or you don't care?
As long as it's complimentary. No.
Okay. People say they have a nice hair.
Thank you. It's so funny because you never think that your hair is it's a good hair day. So you kind of you learn to kind of listen to what other people say because they have a better perspective sometimes. So what I was doing back here is your cowlick is really strong right here. So I wanted to make sure that while we got this short, that you were going to have the hair sticking out unruly back here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
So it just goes in the circular pattern here. It's really strong. So that's what I was just making sure that because of this cut, that you didn't have hair sticking out in weird directions.
People are guessing what kind of car you'll be driving, like Ford Mustang from 80s or like probably not your real car.
I think classics are good.
Classics,
Like an older Mustang, like a 65, 66 Mustang would be fine.
Но он говорит, да, какая-нибудь классика подошла бы. Я не спросил, какая сейчас машина есть. Do you have any like unusual haircuts? People coming asking, please make this, make that.
Sometimes, yeah. You kind of what people are kind of drawn to with those types of haircuts are for soccer players.
Soccer.
Because they have pretty unusual.
They're showing
haircuts.
like your picture and the one.
Yeah, so there's like I want that haircut. Yeah, so that's probably a good example of more of a kind of an interesting kind of haircut. It's not your typical normal everyday haircut. Yeah.
So there's a lot of infants. TV,
Oh my God, there's so many.
sports. Сколько стрижка стоит? 60? It's 65, yeah?
Yeah.
And maybe plus something if we do with the...
I'll just throw that in. That's on me.
Is it like the average price? Is it medium, high, or
I think my prices are probably medium.
medium?
Yeah,
So it could be 150, 200.
it could be. My men's cuts, actually, I just went to a more gender neutral pricing in July. So it's based on haircut length, not if you're a man or a woman.
Okay.
So a short haircut is the same price on a man as on a woman, and then it's based on where the length is from there.
Сколько батареи осталось? А у нас на пауэрбанке 75% телефон заряжается, так что как только мы выйдем, мы вас в чат разместим на DJI Osmo. Типа, да, конечно. Поблагодарим обязательно. People are asking how long you've been doing this.
I've been doing it for over 10 years.
10 лет стажа тоже.
What kind of styling products do you use? Use a wax, paste,
I think it's
clay.
clay. Yeah. But I don't remember the name.
That's fine. It kind of gives you a matte finish.
Скажи на Дмитрия Маликова. Нет, я лучше не буду. Do you know any Russian words?
Yeah. I have a couple clients that are either Russian or Ukrainian. I mean, I know it's different, but yeah. So I didn't take a lot of length off, but I gave you some texture, some long and short, so that when you get in there with your styling product, you can kind of make it kind of rough it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't, you have a lot of hair, so then it doesn't look like, I call it a helmet of hair, so it's not all the same length everywhere.
People are asking if bird is not growing. What should they do?
If the hair's not growing,
Yeah, like I have the same problem. Someone told me that I have to use a special like medicine that really trust those kind of things.
so a lot of times what causes hair to kind of stop growing or usually kind of stop growing or shed or fall out faster is stress. We have a hormone it's called cortisol, and when it's our stress hormone, and when it's out of sync, it cuts our regular cycle short. And then our hair might not grow to the full length that it's supposed to.
Короче, мужики, не стрессуйте. У вас появится борода, щетина.
The best thing,
Положите на все большой и длинный сосисон.
the best thing is to make sure that you eat well, good diet, healthy diet. Because you're going to feed yourself from the inside out. So if you're healthy on the inside, it's going to show up in your hair. So that's one of the things that's probably the best thing. But if it's not growing, it's probably stress-related hormones or something. Which usually what's happening to stop growing or not get any longer. For some people, it could be hormone, your thyroids could be out of line. So that actually causes kind of unusual balding places. Your thyroid is out of line, so that's one thing that can happen. There's so many things, but stress is probably the number one factor.
You should take care of yourself.
And sleep. Sleep is really important. So what are you thinking for your facial hair? What do you want to do with that?
Just cut this, or remove this. Maybe make this a bit shorter if it's possible.
So you want to kind of get rid of this through here? Or just trim it down?
Trim it down. Okay.
I like it. You're probably not happy that it's not
All over the place, yeah.
But if you're gonna, I kind of like it gives you kind of a.
Well, if you say it's okay, then just let's make it.
But I definitely want to get rid of that there. This isn't where you're talking about not growing hair, was it? Because you're really kind of patchy with. I'm not going to talk to you about this.
I heard you have a lot of fires, forest fires.
Yes, we got here just after all that. Up in Ninth Street. We had large fires. We just probably got contained yesterday. Yeah, it burnt a lot of the wine country.
Because we were searching Airbnb site.
Yeah.
And there was like a message, so if you have like a spare.
Oh yeah, because a lot of people are without homes, so they're looking for people to put people up. Yeah. Yeah, there's thousands of people that homes got kind of burnt, and I have a couple friends that lost their home. Clients yesterday who had second property up there, so they had about 5 properties on their building, and I think he said they lost 4 of the 5. We, this time of the year, it's not uncommon for us to have fires, but the extent that they were this last yeah. very fast. It came through and just really fast. There were some news articles where they would go to people's homes in their driveways and kind of burn cars up. And there was a couple of times where the heat was so strong from the fire that it would melt the metal, and you could see the metal running down the concrete. So it's
people told me that taxi drivers told me it's quite unusual to have such hot weather.
This is unusual for us to be this warm. Usually, our nicer weather is in February and September. We call it Indian summer, but we usually don't have it warm. So it's just kind of a reminder that the climate is changing. Whatever you might think or believe in that, but something's happening in the world that we had all these earthquakes, we had a few earthquakes, we had the hurricane, that something is heating up everywhere. So it's causing all this turbulence. This is air pressure. Yeah, it's crazy.
Earthquakes are a disaster. I was telling my viewers about Chinatown. I guess was destroyed by an earthquake somewhere in the 1970s.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah. We had a big one here in 1906.
Yeah.
We just had the anniversary of it just before you came. So it's earlier in October.
Yeah. Now it's Halloween time.
That's right.
Now it's Halloween.
Halloween, right? On Tuesday, yeah. So if you do stay past Monday, you'll see a lot of people walking around with the usual costumes on.
Okay. So I have to buy a lot of sweets, or how's that?
So actually, that works as if you are in a home and people come to your door and ring your doorbell.
What if I don't have sweets?
You're fine.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna like throw toilet paper.
No. It's usually if people go to somebody's house or place of business, kids, well, they say trick or treat, and they have like either a bag or a basket or a pumpkin or something that you put sweets in. But if you're not in a house or home, you're probably not going to have people coming and asking for that, so you're good. Yeah, so you'll be fine. Here in San Francisco, people use it as an excuse just to kind of dress up in unusual costumes. We don't need much of an excuse here to kind of do that.
You're gonna celebrate Halloween? Or
I don't know. Yeah, not so much anymore. When I was younger, I think it was much more fun to do that. But I'm not. It's not something I do.
did you have any like cool costumes that you remember?
No, I was always a last minute costume person. My friend Diana was the one that always had the cool costumes. She went as Elvis once. We had a diner here called Bob's Big Boy. It's this big guy in kind of coveralls and head carried a hamburger. So she went as him. She went as, she's crazy. She went from scene from the Hitchcock movie The Birds. So she had all these kind of birds kind of attached to her, like she was getting attacked. So she went as Cruella. She used to be really creative in what she would do. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I bought the silver one for you. And
We used to, it used to happen a lot more. Casper District is a gay district. They used to close the street down on Halloween, and people would just kind of put all of their costumes together, and it would be kind of a big street party. And you would see a lot of people that would spend months and months coming up with these group ideas. And it was a lot of fun. But then it started to get dangerous. You know, a lot of times when you have a lot of people coming together from different parts of the Bay Area here that are drinking, it's not always a safe place. You don't want to shootings and stabbing and things like that over the years, and they just kind of close it down. This is a safety precaution, so it used to be where a lot of us would go just to kind of whether we dressed up, or we'd go and see everybody else kind of dressing up. Yeah. I always say it just takes a couple to ruin it for the rest of people, you know?
Yeah, that's what I've been doing. I've been doing lots.
So I'm going to put a clay in there, which is what I use. So kind of took you up tight through here and left it so that this kind of blends in. So it, and then it kind of rounds up to the top here. So you should be, because you kind of were wearing it a little bit like this when you came down to the center a little bit.
Yeah, to the center sometimes. Да, не плачь, нет, все нормально. Все хорошо. Если что, мы исправим. Я пока не смотрю в зеркало. Ей пофиг. Вы решили, куда мы пойдем? Сейчас все будет, но надеюсь. Стрижка в стиле такой еще тупее. Нет, это когда горшок был. Типа поймальчик. Так, лучше save. Everyone's like, save.
What they're doing?
When you, like, before you started this, they were like, well, I don't get it. What is this haircut?
Well, they didn't understand because
Yeah,
you just
yeah,
down.
yeah.
It's all about products. It's all about the products. That was why when I said that I was doing a lot of the texturizing, so then it's when you get in here, that's when you can kind of see, kind of gives it kind of a feathery effect. Yeah, so it's not all...
Ребят, если нравится, поставьте сердечки, правильно, я думаю, что ему будет приятно. Теперь топ. Спасибо. That's for you.
Thank you.
Спасибо.
Well, and also that actually is for you too, because you're saying that whatever I did here looks good on you, so that is nice for me too.
Для истории, так сказать.
So what I was talking about back here, your calic right here. So if you remember it goes this way, then you won't have anything standing up like that. As long as you keep it going kind of in this circular motion, at least right here. After that you can do whatever you want.
Thank you very much.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you. It was a fun experience for me too.
It's a new experience. For me as well. Сейчас, я вас соберу, мы пойдем дальше.
Do you have a card? How do you promote yourself? And then is that, even though it's a live stream, is it able to be viewed later? Does it save anywhere for viewing later?
I think it is. So it's on Twitch channel. Games.
Okay.
The thing is that I don't know, the chat might be quite toxic. I'm used to this.
Toxic in what way?
Just fun jokes.
Oh, no, that's fine. That's fine. Well, because it's a following and a friendship that you have over the years. So there's a playful banter back and forth, right?
Yeah. There's probably newcomers and kids as well, so it's
Yeah.
internet is
Yeah, everybody. Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you. That's my card too. So on that is my website. You can actually email or whatever if you want to get in touch with me there too.
Okay.
So just for your
Thank you.
reference later. Yeah.
If I'm next time in San Francisco, I'll be here.
Oh, excellent. Thank you.
Just one thing. Do you accept cards?
I do.
And tips?
You can tip on the card.
Next week.
Просит рекламировать. Ну, он дал мне свою карту тоже, да. Ссылку на сайт. Можно. Сейчас, ребят. У них здесь, оказывается, сникерсы раздают бесплатно.
Do you or is that, are there any downtimes is what I'm asking? So are you pretty much live most of the time, or do you?
I usually stream like from 7 to 10 Moscow time, but that's usually
Okay, so
9, 10 in the morning here.
So there's a good 3 hours of live time.
It's 10 hours difference.
Right. But you do from 7 to 10, so a good 3 hours of solid live
Usually
streaming.
3, but it might be from 3 to 10 hours. So it's
Depending on how good your day is,
Yeah.
huh? Okay. So this is if you would like to tip. And then LS, thank you so much.
Thank you.
LS for your signature. Yeah, so I want your autograph there now. There you go. Appreciate it. That was fun for me as well. Tell them, give them the sign of love back for me too. So thank you so much
Вам большой
for
привет.
watching.
Can you say привет?
Привет.
We love games.
We love games.
Yeah, cool. High five. Have a nice day.
All right, thanks, Dennis. You
Okay,
too.
bye.
Bye.
Сколько затипсил? $30 я затипсил за все страдания. Хотя у них там стандартные типсы 5, 9, $13 максимум. Так, давайте пройдем сейчас мимо, потому что